Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 77 of This Week at Shrouded. Thanks for joining us today. It's just me and Rec today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm AGreener, if you didn't know. This yellow fucker over here is Mr. Rec.
Woo! Big energy.
Yeah! Huge energy. Compensation. I love it. All right, we got a great show for you today. First, we're going to talk about our silver winners. Then we're going to roll into all the news in the TWID. Or TWID. No, it's TWID. Never mind.
TWID.
We're going to get a Frontiers update on September 9th. We're talking about some Dungeon Rotator changes, which unbelievably Bebo's not here to talk about. It's like his number one gripe with Destiny. We're going to talk about the sword and 1K Voices Madness and how broken it makes everything. And then Iron Banner 2 weeks in a row again. Everyone's excited. And then, of course, at the end, we've got some marathon leaks that we're going to talk about. And we'll probably roll into some other stuff. I just realized, Rec, your background's different than normal.
That's because I changed computers and I haven't transferred the files that I need to update to use my appropriate background. So I'm in the King of the Hill household at the moment. In a different neighborhood than where I'm usually. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Nice. Okay. So, first off, our weekly and monthly silver winners. It's that special time of the month. Yes, that's true, everybody. We get to announce our monthly 6,000 silver winner, along with our 2 weekly 2,300 silver winners. So, if you want to know how to win some silver, it's really straightforward. Join our Discord at shroudedgaming.com/Discord, and you can see all the details in there. Bang. Our weekly winners this week for 2,300 silver, we got Devilito666 and SGC_XUR. Congratulations, you're the winners. So you reach out to me in Discord, AGreener, and I'll send you a link to fill out to claim your prize. Devil, you don't need to reach out to me. Just fill out the link. It's very easy. Next, we have our monthly winner, 6,000 silver. Huge. And that's going to the one and only Sussbebo. Thanks, Rect. If you didn't know, in the pre-show, Rect picked the random number between 1 and 4,800 and something, and he's the one that chose Bebo. So if you're mad, blame him. I forgot what I was going to say next. Oh, yeah, we have a pre-show. If you want to check out our pre- and post-show, sometimes you can see it over on... if you catch us live, you'll see it on Twitch. So twitch.tv/shroudedgaming. Or you can check out the recording with pre- and post-show included over on patreon.com/shroudedgaming. That's it. We are done selling out. I lied. No, I didn't lie. We're good. Let's start the podcast. Okay, so we got a little bit of news coming for Bungie. Destiny Frontiers. So it's 10-year anniversary. Is coming up.
Yep.
And they said, well, they're gonna have a small in-game celebration for you all next week, which is cool.
Yeah. You know why it's going to be a small in-game celebration?
No, why?
Because almost assuredly Into the Light was supposed to be the content we're about to get. I would put money on Into the Light intended to be their 10th anniversary content, but they felt like they needed to move it up.
Smart
for the long season. So,
but now they
got nothing.
Now they're struggling now.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they should have just held on to it. Like, that was great content. Into the Light, Pantheon, all that stuff. But people were still going to come back for the final shape. Now you've lost a lot of people because they've finished the final shape.
Yeah. And
having a nice big chunk of content right here would have been really good. But whatever. Don't matter. So yeah, it says there will be some legendary armor freebies. Who cares? I guess people that don't play the game as much as us care. But a fun title to earn. I mean, I like titles. Let's go. And some Bungie rewards and more. Okay, that sounds bigger than I thought it would be. That's going to be something, at least.
Yeah. It's going to be something.
I like stuff. Anyway, check back Monday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or specific time for our blog coverage. At the same time next week, we're planning to start the journey into Codename Frontiers. We'll be releasing a short Dev Insight blog article discussing our goals for the future of Destiny. Destiny 2 game director Tyson Green and narrative director Allison Lurs. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name. We'll be guiding the conversation. Yeah. All right. Wait, what else to say here? I didn't read the whole thing. Where have we been? Where are we now? And where are we going to do? Most importantly, how are we going to get there? We want to be clear about our commitment to the ongoing communication with you. This marks the beginning of regular updates from our development team about what's next for Destiny, including details about its system and future plans. While the updates may be a bit rough around the edges as they are early in development process, we are excited about sharing our goals and our progress with you. Cool. Awesome.
I don't know how they allowed the final shape to come to an end, to bring that story to an end without having a solid plan that they were going to be able to share for what's coming next. Like, I understand that there were problems at the company or whatever, but they had to know that there was going to be a massive fall off after the final shape, no matter what, right? I'm sure there were just thousands and thousands of people that were like, I'm just sunk cost fallacy. I am just going to hang on until the story's over and then I'm outie. I'm not going to touch this thing again. So they had to expect that was going to happen. Just seems like a huge fumble, which, doesn't necessarily shock me given who's at the helm of that particular ship. It just seems crazy that they weren't prepared for something.
Yeah, I agree. Obviously, they should have been ready to talk about it. Pretty much, I do think they thought they were going to be able to ride their final shape coattails a little longer, but it's been 3 months. Like, it's time, right? Usually, they get 6 months between the drop of a new season and before they have to show us everything. Or, I mean, new expansion before they have to show us everything for the next expansion. People are a little hungry right now because they always had a general idea where Destiny was heading with the final shape and that. And we got a bunch of name expansions like 3 years before that, even though they didn't actually tell us anything. I personally, like, I saw a lot of big content creators that keep talking about not being interested in the game, and Bungie really needs to tell us what's going to happen. I personally, I'm like, I don't know what the big hubba about finding out what's next. I don't care right now. But
you don't make your living off Destiny content.
I mean, I make some of my living off Destiny content. Not really. I don't take the money. Well, but that's not the point.
Even if you factor in the money that the SGC raises,
yeah,
what does that have to do? How is any of that Destiny content, except that it's a Destiny clan?
Well, the more popular Destiny is at any given moment, the more popular our stuff is. So,
okay. So the more bodies you can from the SGC you can put in the seats. I understand that, but it's not like it's actually Destiny content. You could transition this to any game if there were sufficient people.
You know how many times we tried to pick up another game and it just dies?
Well, that's because those games don't have enough longevity.
We put plenty of effort into some of them. Big ones, like Anthem, for example, but Anthem died because it sucked. But Diablo 4, like, we put a lot of effort into that, and it just completely just fucking fell apart because the game just, like, shit the bed.
Game sucked. Yeah, game was bad.
Okay, but all the games are like that. People talk about how bad Destiny is and how terrible it is and how Bungie's a terrible company, but in reality, they have the most successful looter shooter multiplayer of all time.
Yep.
Hands down,
It's not even close.
And it's still going. People keep they laugh and they joke. Oh, you only got 35,000 players this week. That's miles and miles and miles ahead of any other game that's considered successful.
You
know, I mean, it's bad for Destiny. Obviously, Destiny needs to be higher than that because they've come to a certain point. Capitalism, right? You need to do better every year than you did the previous year, or people start to fucking have a knip shit fit. So that's problematic for them, obviously, hence the layoffs, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, my point in this whole discussion was I see it all the time. I'm seeing it all the time. Everybody's like, you got to tell us what's next. You got to tell us what's next. Well, what's wrong with knowing what the next 2 seasons are? Why do you need to know what the next expansion is right now? Like right now. We've still got 8 months of content before there's any hope of any expansion content. And I would be willing to bet that it will be at least a year from today before we get anything.
Well, because a lot of people like me want to plan what they're going to put their money into. And if I don't know what's coming, then why would I bother? And I am getting more and more the feeling that they didn't really know exactly what was coming when the shakeup happened. Like, they probably had a plan beforehand, then the shakeup happened, and probably a large portion of whatever it was they were planning got shit canned because there's no money or no resources to bring it to fruition. And now they're just kind of figuring it out. You know? I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but, you know, I need another big story arc from the game. That's what I need them to give to me. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. I don't think that's what's going to be announced. And they've already kind of telegraphed that, right? Small expansions.
Yeah, but small expansions can still have story content.
They could. They could.
They did. Year 1. Those expansions suck, but we got story content out of it each time.
Yeah. Well, yes.
They were standalone stories. But in the grand scheme of things, if they plan on creating a new big arc, obviously, you know, if they have any sort of brain in their heads, which who knows sometimes, but they would be setting that up with whatever the next expansion is.
They gotta give us, they don't have to give us like a huge, like, new big bad guy that we got to go fight, but there needs to be some like theme behind their next, I don't want to call it a saga, but their next story arc for the game. Like, this whole idea of going out into the stars and going to other galaxies, I think that is that would be enough, right, to keep me interested and keep me around. If all they came out and said, yeah, we're taking you outside the solar system to other galaxies, that's what the content's going to be for the next year, great. That'd be enough to keep me around for now, right? Without them having to give me an idea of whoever the next big bad is. Like, and I don't want them to come out with some cheesy ass big bad either. Like, we're gonna go fight the Winnower. Come on, we've already walked down this road. We don't need to fight the Winnower now. We fought the Witness. That's enough of this darkness bullshit. Let's just move on to something else.
You can't just leave it out there, right?
I mean, you shouldn't even be able to fight the Winnower. It's like a force of nature. It's not even a god. It's like a level above gods, right? If the Witness is a god, this is several levels above it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
Let's just go fight the force of entropy in the entire universe. Yeah, that works. That sounds like, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, but they got to come out and just concretely say, this is what's happening. This is what the arc is going to focus on, or this is what the next few expansions is going to focus on. So we have some idea of what it's going to be. So there's some hype. So I feel like opening my wallet for the game, sticking around.
All right. I don't know. I guess you're probably right. Like, I would have stopped playing Destiny 6.5 years ago if it wasn't for the SGC. So I have another reason to play the game, is my point. Not the actual game itself. I know we don't usually talk about this, but this is in chat. Winnower sent the witness. Would make sense for us at some point, or to see it at some point, though. Maybe not right now. I don't really.
The winner isn't a character you fight. It's literally a personality bolted onto the force of entropy in the universe. That's all it is. That is what it is. If the traveler represents the force that creates things, the winnower is the opposite force that breaks things down. And that's it. You can't kill either one of them. It doesn't work. It doesn't make sense.
I gotta ask you a question though, right? So we're under the impression that these expansions are gonna be smaller.
Yeah.
How do you open up other solar systems with smaller expansions? That's my concern. Like, oh, you're gonna go to this one planet in this expansion, but in the next expansion, you get to go to the next planet.
Yeah.
And then next expansion, you get to go to the next planet. Like, how is Frontiers not Destiny 3? I know we got to tell. We've talked about this so many fucking times or whatever it is, but just you know how awesome that would be if they just came out and were like, Frontiers, brand new fucking game. We're going to this solar system. There's 10 planets, 4 raids, 82 fucking enemies. Let's fucking go. You can't bring your guns with you. Sorry.
There's not enough room on the ship.
They won't fit on the
all
ship.
That data. Sorry.
They won't fit on the dreadnought, for fuck's sakes. But like, how did they just not do that? Like,
I mean, who says it's not going to happen? Could be something that is going to happen in the future, right? Who knows?
I know, but Destiny. That's what yet, Destiny needs. Yes, if they haven't started it, which information that we have, it doesn't necessarily have to be true, but in reality. If that information is accurate, yes, minimum 5 to 6 years. I mean, it only took them 3 years to put out Destiny 2. But if Destiny 3 launched in the state that Destiny 2 launched in, everybody would tell Bungie to go eat their fucking ass, and they'd never come back. Because Destiny 2 year one sucked. Even though Red War was awesome. Like, Red War was awesome. But I mean, dual primaries, come on.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's not the only thing. But I mean, yeah, it launched. It had all. It actually, I think more back on it. I do have nostalgia over it. It was good. The gameplay systems were terrible. That was the biggest issue with it, and what they fixed upon over the last 7 years. The campaign was great. Tons of strikes, tons of patrol spaces, all that. We only got one raid, but 2 different versions of it, which was nice. And then we got 2 more raids that year. So that was nice too. So I mean, I guess that's not super bad overall. Anyway, the gameplay mechanics were pretty terrible back then, or systems. There was no armor 2.0 or any of that stuff. Oh man, there was so much stuff we didn't have. Well, at least they added it. Anyway, point is, Destiny 3 would have to launch as a more complete product than Destiny 2 did.
Sure.
So it would take more than 3 years. Is my point. So
yeah, absolutely.
And we don't know how much money that Sony's willing to put into it. Whereas, I guess I don't know how much money Activision put into it either. But I feel like Activision had more money than like Sony's gaming department. I would say probably.
I feel like if the marketing guys said that we're able to demonstrate to Sony that there was an opportunity for them to make the same amount of money that Destiny 2's made over its lifetime with a new game, Sony would probably greenlight that. I mean, live service games print money when they hit, So.
Destiny 3 is basically a free live service hit. Like, it's gonna hit if they made it.
Yeah.
And here they are trying to make all these live service games, and they're not working. Concord. What a disaster.
Was Concord really a live service game in the same way? It's just a PvP arena shooter. The problem Concord had was that it's competing with a bunch of free-to-play titles that are good.
Yeah, but Concord was supposed to be a live service. There was planned story expansions like weekly as it went out. It's one of the episodes in that new Amazon show is going to be all about Concord, which I find is ironic. I wonder if they're going to cancel it or not. Yeah, they had a roadmap of stuff that they were going to do throughout the thing, like it may be a different style game of service, but I mean, even Overwatch is considered a game of service, and all it is a multiplayer shooter, right? But because it has like battle passes and shit, that's the game of service stuff that's attached to it, which I'm sure Concord probably would have had at some point, or it did have. I don't know what it launched with. I never played it. I played the beta, and that was it. I feel bad for that dev team. We won't get too much into this, but like, I mean, the game wasn't terrible. Yes, obviously the character designs were wonky as shit, but I mean, that shouldn't sink your game, I don't think. But fuck, people are petty. And yeah, it's $40. I didn't want to pay for it. Plain and simple. And I think a lot of people did that. And I saw a lot of people on the internet when they said they're shutting it down, that they should just like bury it in a vault and never talk about it again. And I'm like, that's got to be the dumbest fucking idea in the history of mankind.
I don't know why. The game is good. The
game is good.
For me, the art style just fucking sucks.
Yeah, the art style's not great. But an art style wouldn't keep me away from playing a free-to-play game.
I mean,
if I loved
trying it at least. Yeah.
Yeah, and if I loved it, like I had fun with it, then I could get over that. I don't
even care about their character designs. I know the character designs were like a matter of like some argument on Twitter, but I don't even care about the character designs. I just don't like I don't like the art style in which they push those character designs. The character designs are fine. The art around the characters fucking sucks. It's terrible.
Anyway, I think they're probably gonna revamp the concept of the game and relaunch it as a free to play. So, I mean, they have to, right? Or they just lose all that money. Are they okay with losing all that money?
I mean, these are companies that make an awful lot of money, and the amount of loss that some companies are willing to absorb just to move on to the next project is probably higher than you think.
We'll see. But I guarantee you, listen, this is what you do. You relaunch as a free-to-play, and you put a bunch of like sexy-ass characters in the battle pass, and you'll make your 200 million back.
Yeah.
Gamers are the worst, but you will get back all those people that complained about your ugly characters, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, look, people are paying $100 for that bunny outfit on the First Ascendant." Like, as much as I hate to say it, just put a couple of those characters in your games. Go nuts. You'll get that whole group of people. They'll come over. They'll spend money. And then all the people that actually like your game can get to enjoy it because your servers get to stay on.
Fucking hate online culture sometimes.
Oh man, it makes me so mad.
Simping and spending your money on fucking useless whatever. It's so weird. By the way, go ahead and send Greener some bits, or gift a couple of subs because we could use some more money for the SGC coffers.
Yeah, do that instead. Stop buying skimpy skins for your characters. Devil says $5 horse armor. You know what, Devil? That horse armor is what started this. That was like the first DLC pack ever. And it was the Devil. Fuck you, Bethesda. Fuck you to hell.
All right. Shall we get on to Raid and Dungeon Rotators?
Yeah. You know how many people bought that shit, though? A lot. So many. And so many people complained. What? $5 for horse armor? Okay. And there we had it. It was over for us gamers. All right. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot here. They are just adding, of course, here we go. Revenant launch on October 8th by the looks of it. So they're changing the weekly rotators for raids and dungeons from 2 raids or 1 raid per week to 2 raids and 2 dungeons per week. So you you get 4 activities that you can rotate through now rather than 2. So that's better. It's not all of them, but it's better. So that's nice, right? The first one's Last Wish, Vow, and Shattered Throne and Duality. That doesn't really matter to me. It's whatever. So basically, TLDR, you're never going to have, currently, as it stands, you're never going to have to wait more than 4 weeks.
Yep, cuts down the wait times in half for if you want to do some farming or do some master challenges or whatever.
Whatever it is you're doing. Yeah.
So, that W change. Could be better, but I will take this over than nothing for sure.
Yeah. And of course, internet. That's what the internet is like, right? I really got to get off the internet, I think, because I'm going to just die of a fucking aneurysm. Most people take that point of view. It'd be nice to have them all, but I'll take this over nothing. And then the other half of the people are like, where's all my fucking raids? Oh, I hate you, Bungie. You suck. Eat my ass. That's literally like what they're saying. That's what they say. That's what they say. I just don't get it. Like, it's like, it's better than what it is now. Why do you have such a problem with getting things better? I don't get it. In 6 months, if they don't add a third one, then you can just go all fuck the town. I don't care. Whatever. Just go nuts. But everybody just wants to be mad about everything. And these fucking content creators or streamers or whatever you want to call them, that just fuel that rage. Like people like Asmongold. Like, I don't get it. It's like, why do you fuel this hatred online? Like, is your money that important to you? Or do you actually feel that? Are you that big a degenerate? Now I mean, he is, for sure. Man. It's funny. I don't like talk too much shit. Yeah, I do. Alright, it's fun. But for the longest time, is anybody an Asmongold fan here?
Not me.
Okay. Chat, if you are,
let me clarify that. I am not an Asmongold hater. Every once in a while, he actually has a take that I can agree with. Do I agree with him half the time?
That's actually what I was going to get into, because like a long time ago, I saw bits and pieces of his streams or whatever, and I was just like, oh my god, this guy's full of hate, and he's fucking dirty as shit, and his house is gross. And then I don't know, like a year ago, I started seeing his TikTok shorts, and I got a bunch in a row over like 2 months that were good takes. They were decent takes, and I'm like, oh, is this guy not a big a fucking dipshit as I thought he was? But over the last like 4 months, every single thing I've seen is just absolute fucking bonker, DEA, whatever it's called, like smashing, crashing, bashing, everything. Oh, everything. And it's all just like, oh man. And it just doesn't stop. And people, you can see the chat usually in those things, and they're all just like, rah! Go! You're the man. And it's like, oh my fucking Christ. Anyway, whatever. Thank God none of them will ever see this podcast, because there is too many of those crazy people that would just like, they'd hunt us down and send us fucking diapers full of dog shit. Because those are the types of people that watch that shit. Not gonna lie. If you watch that stuff, I'm sorry if I offended you, but I don't care. I don't like people that fuel hatred. It's super annoying. Anyway, cool stuff. Raids and Dungeon Rotators, we get 2 now. Yeah, let's go. Do you want to move on to the next thing?
Yeah. Can we talk about swords?
I guess, yeah. All right. The sword thing's in full effect. People running around with swords, killing people. But the big news of the week is that for some reason, 1K Voices is considered a sword. So if you want to take that into pretty much any activity that's included, well, any activity that's included in the whole sword event, you get free ammo. That's nice. It's infinite ammo, if you guys didn't know.
Yep. You can use 1000K as a primary, 1000 voices as a primary. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. So this weekend be a great weekend to Guild Your Conqueror. There's a Crucible game mode that you can go into, but I mean, everybody's just probably using that. Well, I saw some videos of a guy just rolling around with a sword. Nobody could hit him with 1K. So I don't know which one's better in there.
Well, you can use Geodetic HSM to. It has a longer lunge than other swords because of its origin trait.
Yeah.
And so you can just light attack with it, and you can move faster than you can like strand grapple around. So
very
pretty
nice.
Cool. And
yeah,
really, the secret meta for Relic right now is just to throw on Truth, the rocket launcher, because it has that horseshoes and hand grenades perk still, so it has proximity detonations that will still one-tap guardians. But because everybody's got sword ammo or 1K running around, everybody drops heavy. So you always have heavy, and Truth gets 3 rockets per pickup. So you always have rockets.
There you go, little hack if you didn't know. Everyone's dropping heavy. So basically, essentially, all the people that have swords are fueling infinite ammo for any other weapon you want to use. So have fun. Enjoy. Bang, bang. Yeah, you got till Tuesday to do that. So you can also win some shaders. I don't remember what they're for. I think you need to... It may be over. I don't know.
Talking about the submitting your images or whatever?
Yeah. They put a bunch of images in here. I don't know if it's over yet. Remember, you still have a chance to get some photosization or MOTW emblems if you also make us a cool video using swords. And we mean swords. 1000 voices is not one, no matter what you say. Anyways, click on the link if you want to check or imitate their ideas. Okay, there you go. So take some pictures, I guess. Or videos. There's a bunch of stuff in here about Choir of One ammo reserve. We kind of talked about it last week. They're going to fix it.
They gave us the numbers about where it's going to be. So it's going to be between... You can get up to, I think, 300 is what it's ultimately going to be with core reserves. I think it's fine, personally.
Yeah. Cool. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No link. Fuck. Come on. All right, well then, after that, really all there is to talk about is our best friend, the Iron Banner. It's coming back on Tuesday for two weeks. We've got Control on week 1 and Eruption on week 2. So if you didn't guild your... fuck, I forget what it's called. What's the Iron Banner turret called?
Iron Lord.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it. Iron Lord. Now's your time to do it. Might be your last chance. Yeah, episode 2 launches on October 9th. This is definitely your last chance. 100%. So make sure to go finish that up, get your Iron Lord title, and yeah, party on. Be awesome. Cool. I forgot to officially announce. Use Iron Banner to get a bunch of Community Player of the Week points. I meant to officially announce that that we're giving away a gamepad to the #1 winner every week. I did it on the stream on Tuesday. I'm doing it right now. Bing, 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 bang. I'm not going to show everyone, but I was going to put an announcement in Discord, but I've been busy and I forgot. So basically, whoever was on the stream or watched this podcast has a head start this week. Because nobody else knows about it.
There you go.
There you go. There you go. I'll put an announcement tomorrow, today, maybe. I'm supposed to do Player of the Week stream tomorrow too. Player of the month. I'm gonna have to do it early. I hope everyone's available. Say what again?
I'm sure people will show up.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Alrighty. Well, that is
Yeah,
it for Destiny news.
that is it for Destiny news. We are going to talk about this marathon or these marathon leaks. Do you want to? Did you read this before, like the whole thing?
Yeah, I've read it. So
You've probably got a better handle on it then.
about a week ago, on the 29th, there were some reported leaks from Marathon that came out that actually have me hyped up a little bit for Marathon. It's kind of changing my tone on Marathon as a game. So let's hit some high points. This is from Oops Leaks on Twitter. Marathon is not going to be a hero shooter. It's going to have 4 classes, but they're not going to be like, it's not like you're playing a named character who just happens to be that class necessarily, right? It's not getting canceled because of the move, which we already knew. We already know some stuff about the story. If you've actually played Marathon, all that lore is like the original Marathon game. All that lore is carrying over. We're gonna be playing runners that inhabit cybernetic bodies. They transfer their brain into cybernetic bodies, and then go into this environment to actually play the game. It's not going to be an Escape from Tarkov clone. It's going to be more like The Hunt than Escape from Tarkov. And what that means is that the whole point is not to go in and find stuff, loot stuff, and extract with it. That is part of the game, but the way you win matches is going in and doing objectives, like PvE style objectives. We know that, like I said, there's going to be 4 different character classes that will have different special abilities, but like most extraction shooters, like your appearance is going to change based off the gear that you have equipped as you go throughout. So I imagine that like cosmetics for this game are going to be like weapon skins for this weapon. If you find it in the wild and you pick it up, it'll have the skin you want on it. Or this armor, if you pick it up, you know, maybe there will be some bunny armor, you know, but you have to pick up the right armor to have your skin applied to it, right? When you pick it up, and you just happen to have those skins activated. It's expected to be free to play with microtransactions as its main monetization. So battle passes and cosmetics probably. And its maps are going to be, there's going to be like, supposedly there's going to be a few static, like large maps, like Tarkov size style maps. But there's at least one map planned that's like has some virtual environments or something going on where there's an AI in control of the environment and the AI is glitched, and so certain parts of the map are going to be procedurally generated or have different things going on in them every time you load them. You load into that map, so that's pretty cool. One of the problems with games like Tarkov is that once you've played all the maps enough, like, you know where the hotspots are, you know where certain types of loot are going to appear. You can start trying to guess where people are going to be or where you need to set up to ambush them. And so if there's something that's more procedurally generated, maybe that won't be the case for some of these. And all the weapons are going to be customizable with attachments, barrels, scopes, mags, stocks. There'll be a player-driven market where you can sell stuff that you've extracted with. Kind of like, I think Tarkov has a black market where you can do that kind of thing. And the seasonal progression is going to be similar to what we have with like artifacts in Destiny. It's going to be something that's kind of similar to that. So that's it. That's what we hear. So anyway, sounds pretty interesting to me.
That sounds great.
Well,
I can't wait.
I'm excited to give it a try.
I'm not a huge free-to-play fan when it comes to a completely competitive shooter. Which I know that sounds weird because I just said they should release Concord that way. but it makes it easier for people to cheat, get banned, cheat, ban, cheat,
Yeah.
ban, because there's no entry fee, right?
Yep.
So hopefully, whatever they do for an anti-cheat is better than Battle Eye, but it'll probably be Battle Eye.
Yeah, probably.
So RIP that. That's okay because I just won't be good enough. Well, I guess it probably won't be Elo ranked. Well, fuck, I don't know.
It's gonna have a singles mode and a trios mode. So those are gonna be your options for play: single or trios.
Well, that's cool. That's good because some people go into Tarkov with like fucking 6 people and they just like decimate the entire map.
Yeah.
It's always fun to watch those TikTok clips though, where one guy like ambushes a 6-man team and kills them all. Feels so good. I love it. You should not be going into Tarkov with more than 2 or 3 players, or you're basically cheating.
It kind of ruined the fun. I mean, listen, I guess some people only find their fun in just stomping the other team into the mud, or stomping everybody else into the mud. But
you'll notice something about real Tarkov streamers. Like when I say real Tarkov streamers, I don't mean people that just like stomping people into the mud. They always do because they play the game a lot. But they love when every wipe comes around because everybody is on even footing and it feels way better to play the game. They enjoy playing the game when people are on more even ground. And you'll notice even some of them later on into a wipe, using shitty weapons to make it, to make it more difficult, make it harder, even though they've got 200, 300, 400 million ruble inventories. Like, anyway, so yes, I agree, 100%. Going with like 6, 7 people is fucking dumb as shit. Especially considering it's not like any other game. Like if you group up in a game, you typically go up against a group. Like PUBG, for example, it's not the same thing. It's a battle royale, but like if you play squads, you're playing against squads, right?
Yeah.
Duos, you're playing against duos. Singles, you're playing against singles. Every time. Yeah. Fortnite's the same way. But so Tarkov is not. You go in as 6. It could be anything that's in there with you. Yeah, singles, doubles, trios, quads. Most likely singles and duos. So you just shit all over them. Just overwhelming firepower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I'm normally not an extraction shooter kind of guy, but I will almost certainly be giving Bungie the benefit of the doubt and giving this a try.
Especially if it's free to play, it's Bungie. Why not try it at the very least and go from there? Really, see what it's like. If it's a complete dog shit, then it's complete dog shit. But I have a feeling it's going to become a nice little category in our Discord that will stay active for some time.
Yeah, hopefully.
Wow, it'll be nice.
Well, I think that's all we had to cover today.
This has got to be the shortest podcast in the history of Shrouded.
Yeah, indeed.
Even with the pre-show, it's only been an hour and 24 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we burned through that content without Bebo and all his fucking nonsense.
And I rambled on a couple times about some things that I didn't need to. So, yeah, it could have been even shorter, to be honest.
I didn't rant one time. Shit.
No, your longest discussion was like actual information from the marathon leaks. Pretty cool. Okay, a couple things from the SEC. Yeah, player of the month stream tomorrow. Moving forward, community player of the week. Number 1 in the community will be winning a gamepad. I showed it off, but I'm not going to do it today. But essentially, it's a thing. I'm going to be doing a announcement tomorrow that I'll have a photo of it in there. So you can check it out in Discord. You can only win the gamepad once every few months. I keep saying 6, but I haven't put an actual time on it yet. So we'll see. And what that means is if you win first every single week forever, we just go down the list and find the next person that hasn't won in the last so long. Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to give the same gamepad to the fucking same person every week until the end of time.
Yeah, that
You
makes
know.
sense.
Yeah. Either way, that's what it's gonna do. There's only been one person to disagree with me so far, and he's like, "No, you should just give it to them over and over and over and over again." I'm like, "No, what the fuck's wrong with you?"
Okay.
That's
Well,
it.
also tomorrow,
Ooh.
those of you in the SGC should be paying a little extra attention to the announcements channel because there'll be a little tournament announcement dropping tomorrow. So you know, could be Hive. Bring a sword.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
We're
Is it
very
Derelict
lucky.
Prime?
If we're very lucky, Greener will be willing to sacrifice 4 of those things he was just showing on screen for our winners.
I already said I'd give 4 to the winners.
And
of
if he's
whatever
giving
Gambit
those
tournaments they
away,
did.
I'm even going to participate because I want one.
Ooh.
And as a rule, I don't participate in my own events. I only manage them. So, anyway, be on the lookout for some Prime event being announced tomorrow.
Cool.
Or later this month.
Cool. Yeah. We'll have to get that done.
Yes, Navalito. I'm going to rig it so that nobody can compete. Exactly.
Anyway, it'll be fun. Just an FYI, if you're watching this and you've never taken place in an SGC Gambit tournament, I assume it's going to be Derelict Prime.
Yeah.
Okay.
No Invasion Gambit tournament.
No Invasion Gambit tournament. So don't come in here looking for some real Gambit tournament. Because it's not. That'll be fun. I can't wait. I wonder if Gambit is the same as it was last time we did one of these tournaments.
I mean, the extra Hive Guardians and stuff are going to be in there, like that kind of
stuff. Yeah, but can you still 2-phase if you get the damage right?
I don't know if you can 2-phase anymore. I don't know if it's a hard cutoff or not. I don't know if you can over damage it or not.
Okay.
I haven't played enough Gambit since the last change to really know.
Anyway, basically,
I
everyone.
think you can.
It's a speed run. You get speed run strats. You used to be able to 2-phase a Primeval if you did the damage in the right order and at the perfect exact times, and you had all the right stuff. You know, tethers and boop cannons or whatever, and 87 different things. So, get your teams together, start practicing, because it's most definitely, whoever has the best strategy will just win by default, essentially. So good luck. All right, so that's it. I guess last thing is, if you're watching this podcast, you're not in Shrouded, make sure to check us out. We're a Destiny community. We play some other stuff, mainly Destiny, maybe soon Marathon. Well, not for a year, but at least probably. Anyway, check us out, shroudedgaming.com/discord. You can also check out the website, shroudedgaming.com, for a bunch of different shit on there. Check it out, see what we're all about. Hopefully join one of our clans and come play Destiny with us, win some silver, win some Gamma coins, win some merch. Lots of fun stuff. We do amazing things, and we're pretty cool most of the time. I don't know. That's it. Thank you so much for watching episode... wait, was it... What episode was it? I forget. 77. Thanks so much for watching episode 77 of This Week at Shrouded. Thanks for watching us for such a long time. It's been over a year and a half. Holy guacamole. Let's keep going. We'll have a big party at episode 100. Thanks again. I'm AGreener. This is Mr. Wrecked. And this was the shortest podcast we've ever done. Have a good night.
Bye.